So what you guys are doing is super cool. So for everybody who's listening, as a guest on this podcast, I get sent a link to Flowla, and it's an experience where I'm going and I'm getting everything little bit by little bit. It's like, here's your introduction to the podcast. Here's the format and the flow. Here's the information we're going to need. And it was like step-by-step guided, and it had everything I'd need in consumable, digestible bits that made it seem not so overwhelming for me. So you guys also have to understand, I have the attention span of a gnat, which means I'm in the middle of doing something and then a Slack comes in and I stop and I go and I pivot. I'm like, my head is never in one place. And I loved what your product did, because it just allowed me to do the thing that I need to do in that moment. And it was super clear to me. And I had all the information, the context. And so what did I do immediately after that? One, I sent you an email and I was like, oh my God, this is super cool. I loved that experience. And then I went and signed up for your product immediately, because I said, I'm going to go rip this off and create this for my podcast guests, because it was such a fantastic experience. So you introduced me to a new way of doing that and organizing that content. And so like, I'm super interested in how we can introduce that to our customers.